First of all, I would like to go ahead and welcome everyone and thank you all for attending. My name is Billy McGowan. I'm the Assistant Director for Reentry Services here at Coastal Horizons. And this is always, these graduation celebrations are always special events. So I want to thank you all for your attendance and coming to celebrate these all of our graduates today. For this celebration today, we have actually 10 graduates from both of our reentry programs. There's 5 from each of the programs, 5 from Reset and 5 from Source completing. I believe we only have 8 here right now because 2 of them are tied up at work. They had some last minute obligations they had to take care of. When I say we have 2 programs, it's Source and Reset. Reset's been around here at Coastal Horizons since 2014. In Reset, the big difference, both programs are around between 6 and 9 months for individuals to complete their recommendations and complete programming. Reset traditionally has been more so of your program that individuals have to be on community supervision, probation, parole. We have 2 probation officers housed within our Justice Services building that oversee the probation recommendations for all of our Reset individuals. Source is going to be your voluntary program. Both are reentry programs meeting folks while they're incarcerated. Source is going to be your voluntary program to where individuals don't necessarily have to be on probation, parole. They can be, but both programs we assist individuals with reentry programming coming from incarceration, assisting them with linkage to recovery or halfway housing, assisting them with treatment services at Coastal Horizons or their provider of choice. Both programs, transportation, case management, peer support. We let folks know we tried to assist them with overcoming every barrier that will lead them back to incarceration. That's our goal. So all of these 10 individuals, but there's only 8 here right now, have all made great strides towards not recidivating and towards their sobriety in recovery. So let's give them a big hand so they can hear this. Next up, Charles Pickford and I we're going to call these individuals in one at a time so they could come grab their certificate and have a seat. For each of them, could I get everyone to stand and give them all a big hand? You got it, Charles.
First up, we have Donald Ballard. Second, Brian Fidalgo. Kenta Allen Scott.
You sit wherever you want to up here, Kenta.
Brittany Hillendoss.
Anywhere you want. You can sit anywhere you want.
Shelley McClure. Tara Wood. Miss Jessica Scarlett. And finally, Mr. Travis Angel.
Yeah!
And the other two graduates that are not here with us right now, Heather Harrelson and Glenn A. Holmes.
So yeah, one more time for the graduates. A lot of hard work up here, a lot of perseverance. Yeah, this is great. This is yeah. Everybody have a seat. Sorry. And so there were some folks I want to acknowledge before we go around the room and then give the graduates a chance to with their testimonies. You see all this, and all this isn't possible without a team working around them, picking them up from incarceration, or first of all, meeting them while incarcerated, performing case management while they're incarcerated, picking them up from their jail or wherever they're coming from, linking them with recovery housing, assisted them with transportation every day to and from treatment. Whatever we can do to help. So I want to actually recognize our reentry staff here at Coastal Horizons and have these individuals stand up, take a bow, whatever you. When the music roll out. Sorry. First of all, I'd like to have Anna Foy stand up. Hey, you are a part of this too. Where'd Charles go? Come on, Charles. Take a bow. Kendo. Kendra Brown. Katie Ravenbart. And Elka Heidegger. So all this isn't possible without this team over here. So thank you all. I also wanted to recognize both of our reentry or reset probation officers that are not in attendance, Gliston Morrissey and Tiara Brown. They also play a big part in a lot of these individuals' lives, meeting with them. And they're part of the reset team, so I wanted to acknowledge them as well. So for our folks, when they come in to have to administer UAs or drug screens, we have an outside entity, Dominion Labs, that they actually take care of those for us, and they're in the building with us. Takia Cox from Dominion Labs also wanted to recognize Takia for her hard work and helping you guys out. So yeah. Yeah. So during a lot of these folks' stays here or time with us in especially the reset program, part of the reset program is to complete MRT courses. So I wanted to acknowledge our MRT RRS staff that are in attendance today. First, let's see, we've got Trisha Merle. I don't believe Trisha's here right now. Kim Hogan. Kim's actually sick. She wanted to be here. Deborah O'Neill, stand up. And Mark Pittman, who worked with a few of these individuals, he is actually retired now. So, and then we have their director, Miss Jennifer Sephora, in the back. Also, I want to acknowledge our Coastal Horizons treatment staff that assists with our reentry folks. The treatment staff actually go in to meet with individuals that are incarcerated here at New Hanover County Jail, administering their clinical assessments to try and get the ball rolling with treatment pre-release so that it's easier and more functional when folks get out of incarceration to begin treatment. Rachel Krause. Carolyn Novell and Derek McLeod. I don't think either of those they're not here. Okay, but yeah, they all play parts with these individuals. Oh, all right. So next, I would also like to recognize some of the staff members here at Reentry Justice Services that are kind of play a part in this behind the scenes. Individuals that these folks may not interact with, but they keep these programs running, keep all of us on our toes, you know. First and foremost, I would like to recognize our reentry director, Jamie Melvin. Stand up. So Jamie's the most humble person. She but she deserves recognition for everything that she does. Karen Chappell, and I believe Karen's viewing virtually right now. I want to recognize our decorating committee. You know, I'm not the best in bouquets and whatnot. So again, I want Jennifer Sephora, and I want our clinical director, Candace Small, to stand up. And, I would also like to recognize our grant evaluators. I believe one of them is logged on virtually. These are ladies, we know them as the twins, but they assist us with finding grants. Both of these programs are grant funded. Finding grants, writing the grants, keeping foots in our butts when, you know, and getting the programming rolling for the grants. So both of our UNCW evaluators, Kristen Naval and Christy Lanier. Give a hand for them. Give recognition to our IT staff. You know, they provide us with a virtual link. So that, you know, folks that aren't able to attend in person can view virtually live and see the recording. They assist, you know, with all the tech. So Mike Perosi and Zach, pronounce it. Thank you both. And for what I understand, we have a couple of board members that are present today. Tom Pertraz, and our vice chair on the board, Jennifer Chambers. So I want to give recognition to the both of them. I'm sorry, I apologize. And did I see Margaret come in? Yeah. Oh, I see her. Our president and CEO, Margaret Starter. Ladies and gentlemen. I thought I saw you. So yeah. Thank you all. Thank you all for your support and your assistance with making these graduations possible. So next up, I would like us to open it up to everyone in attendance and give you all a chance, any friends, family members, staff members, whomever, a chance to recognize these graduates either individually or as a group, however you feel fitting. And then following that, we will open the floor up and give the graduates a chance to speak if they would like. Anyone that speaks kind of low, we're going to pass our microphone to so that I can hear you. Okay. Floor is open.
Actually, you don't need a microphone. My name is Sarah Denson. I am actually an alumni of the SOURCE program. I joked when I graduated, I sort of had my graduate degree because I did it twice. I like to feel that's the first time I said, hey, let's do it again. But no, but seriously, when I say I did it twice, the SOURCE program literally saved my life. Saved my life twice. But I see up there, I just want to say congratulations. I see up there quite a few individuals that I have either with IOP with, or I go to meetings with, or I've just seen on the street when I wasn't doing good, and now I see these individuals. I'm sorry, up here. I just want to say congratulations because I know how hard it is. you know, and you guys have worked so hard, and I encourage you to keep going, keep your eye on the prize. This is a race we will run the rest of our lives, you know, and I've seen the struggles, and the struggle is real. But like I said, this is a race we'll run the rest of our lives, and I do want to take this opportunity also to acknowledge Billy, who, you know, he's introducing everybody else. But let me tell you, I've known Billy for 4 years on so many levels. But anyway, but nobody knows the hard work and the heart that this man has for these programs. So at this time, I would like to acknowledge Billy. Like I said, congratulations to all of you. Like I said, keep going because we do recover. Thank you.
You don't need a microphone, do you?
Yo, I humbly want to say to all of you, for real, I gotta move up a little bit. Y'all are a reflection of what I've been doing since forever, man. Yo, each and every one of y'all, I know y'all personally. You know, I'm a survivor as well. It can be done. You know what I'm saying? Look, I came to this program, December, kept running. Reflection, dedication, purpose. Y'all are the reason. You hear me? Bree One, Shell Bell, Tara, even you, Miss Jessica, you hear me? My man, and yo, Tim, bruh, I watch you. You hear me? I watch you, and you look great. You hear me? B1 and my man, yo, I'm honored to be here. When they called me, I'm like, yo, I get to go eat something, you know? But I had to add on a little bit further because the purpose is different. And you know, I'm serious about that, though. Like, you know, we all go through things. Some good, some bad, some otherwise. But when you want that shit, you go get that shit, people.
That's right.
Nobody gonna stop you. I came in here a gangster, uncivilized, with no purpose, no direction. All I knew was pain. You hear me? All I knew was pain. But God showed up.
Come on.
And then God added on a little bit further when I met Mr. Billy. And then Mr. Billy introduced me to the program of a flying staff. And then guess what? I came with survival too. You hear me?
Yeah.
I'm still doing it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to stop. You know why? I don't have a choice, right? I mean this, people. It's either do or die for me. There's no mediation in that. I'd rather live. You hear me? I'm a reflection on what the streets and God's dedication can do. Resilience. Resilience. Reflection. Always rebuild your shadow. I have my own place now, married to a lovely young lady.
Yes.
You hear me? And guess what? I'm clean.
Yes.
I can sit around with people who do what they do and still be okay. Because I didn't have no compromise in that. Love yourself for excellence, people. That's life. That's the group that we represent throughout the realms of Narcotics Anonymous. It's a reflection of dedication, of purpose. Keep doing that, man. You hear me? Don't let, look, don't you leave out of here, right? And feel like you got a little bit of clean time, and it's okay. Because you're going to have problems. People come to you with heroin, alcohol, weed, whatever you want. But it's on you to desire that. You dig? But my duty for my household is greater than any freaking drug. I mean it. So anything, y'all all got my number, and who don't have it, Cornelius is not hard to find. But I came in here as homicide. You hear me? But I embrace Cornelius, and I haven't stopped that since I ran here.
That's right.
Whew.
Come on, Ms. Anna.
So, he said, come on, Miss Anna. First of all, I love reentry. I cannot tell you how special this program is to me because not only the staff, Katie, Charles, Elka, even Amy, I'm putting in here now, Kendrick, Billy. It's like we are a family, but not only do we become a family, our graduates, everyone we have in the program, because we see them, like Billy said, we start in the jail. We get to start there and see how it started, and then we get to be here today and see how it ends. And every time seeing them on this panel right now, it's like it makes me smile. My heart is happy. And Cornelius, Johnetta, I mean, we got our alumni here. That's what a family is all about, and right before Thanksgiving too. This is gratitude, getting to see this and celebrate the ones who are right here. This is your day. Brian said, how long do I have to talk? I said, it's your day. Talk as long as you want. It's your day. Enjoy this day. Remember this day. I love y'all. I am so proud of you. Thank you for letting me be here to see you.
I'm going to tag right on the back of that, what Anna just said. We are a family, we certainly are. And I still resented that she left. But she's only downstairs, so I can always talk to her.
That's all.
Yes. So, some of you I know personally. Most of you, I think I've seen all of you up in the hallway. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I didn't even work with him, and we got a relationship here, so this is great. Most of you look so different than when we first saw you. It's really amazing what working, not only for, working outside, but working for yourself, working on your insides, working on the way you present to the world. It is amazing. It's just, I always love, I want to take pictures of people when they first come into the program, and I pick them up from jail and see what they look like. They basically have the clothing on their back and that's it. Now I think you all are working, you all are enjoying your lives from what I understand. Yes, there are hiccups, just like Cornelia said, there's gonna be bumps in the road, otherwise it's not gonna be life. It's not gonna be all, pink cloud for your whole life, it's just not gonna work that way. But you guys are ready for that. You guys have seen it in other people, you've seen it in yourselves, you know what to do.
Yes.
You know who to come back to if you need help. Even if you're quote unquote done with the program, you still have our phone numbers. You can call us anytime. And just like Anna said, so grateful to see you guys up there. You don't know what it does for us, really.
Yeah.
I mean, we wouldn't be standing here if we didn't want to help you guys. And just to see you stand there and be proud of yourselves and know you've done the work. And now, hopefully you can share that with somebody else. Even a little thing. You're walking around showing people it can be done. And even if you have to repeat, that's fine. As long as you come back, all right? I love that you guys are up there. I love seeing all of you. And may you have a great Thanksgiving full of gratitude.
Do you want a microphone?
Come on, Kate.
We're standing by the microphone, either one.
I'm real quiet.
That's funny.
I just want to say that I've seen all of you and developed a relationship with a lot of you. Y'all have come so far. I know what it is like to try to rebuild your life, and it is not easier. It is not easy. You have obstacles and barriers, and you believed in yourself, and that's one of the main things that it takes is being able to believe in yourself. I hope that when y'all get out of this program, you'll continue to be the light for other people and practice the same compassion as you wanted other people to have for you when you were on this journey, because y'all know what this is like. So be the light. And I know that we travel in a lot of the same circles, and I hope to see you still in those circles, because this is not the end, this is the beginning. So I want y'all to know that whatever you want to do, no matter what, you can do it. There's obstacles, but we can overcome them. And I think you've seen that by completing this program, because these programs are not easy. And to come from where we come from, these programs are not easy. Y'all have to do a total turning of the mind, you know? So you should be proud of yourself, you should celebrate yourself and reward yourself, because this is an important day. So, I love you guys.
First of all, I want to say to everyone on the panel today, congratulations. And the thing about being a team, my teammates have said everything that I could possibly feel in my heart for you guys. I've seen you cry, I've seen you laugh, I've made most of you laugh. And that's usually my mission and goal. To say something out of the way just to get a smile on your face, because laughter will help a lot of things. Like everyone is saying, this is not the end of your journey. You know, we're gonna set up a new destination, and we're gonna set up new traveling wheels and wings, and we're gonna start moving. You know, just remember, you can come back. Not necessarily to be in the program, which we will, well, certainly will. But to come back and inspire others. Inspire. We would like for you to be the inspiration, the light, the beacon, and everything else that others may need. Treat people the way you want to be treated, the way you've been treated. Give them the grace. We're not always going to judge people by what we see. We're going to judge people by what we know. Give them grace. Give them the opportunity to learn from you. Because that's what you asked us of. That's what you asked of us, and that's what we gave. We would like for you to continue to push that forward. So again, I would like to say congratulations to each one of you, and I look forward to seeing your start.
Go ahead, Brian.
Use his mic, use his mic though.
He'll be short.
It's gonna be short. It's on?
Slid all the way up.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Okay. Oh yeah, it's gonna be short. I have no speech. I would say thanks for letting me be part of your journey. It's a pleasure. You brought me inspiration. And I just want to say congratulations.
So my name is Brian Scott, and I'm here representing Our Journey. Our Journey is a statewide nonprofit reentry organization working with men and eventually women as they return from our correctional facilities. It's an honor to be here today. When Billy and Candace invited me, I said absolutely. They took me on a tour yesterday along with Rachel and Jennifer of the facilities, and I got to see everything that Coastal Horizon is doing. I want to thank you on behalf of the community that we serve for what you're doing for Coastal Horizon, for being, you know, I got to see the Justice Center, and I think you might need to rename it the Grace Center, because it is a wonderful place of grace. To the graduates, I'm formerly incarcerated myself, and your journey means a lot to me. You know, you're 40 times more likely to die of an opioid overdose during the first 2 weeks after your release. You're not supposed to be here. Cornelius rightly said that you're survivors, but you're also heroes. And I applaud you for what you've done and the journey that you're on. Thank you.
Anyone else? It doesn't have to be staff, it could be friends. We'll come back to it. So at this time, I'm going to open it up in no particular order and let our graduates, if they would like to say a few things, any testimonies, read any poetry, anything. So yeah, if you guys have something to say, feel free.
I do.
Yeah.
I got to come up there.
You can say it from wherever you feel comfortable. Do you? You need
I
that?
don't need that.
Okay.
Since I came in this program, I have the nickname Shotgun. At first, I thought it was because I robbed a bank. But then I came to believe it was because I'm very outspoken. But I'm sitting up here like a crybaby. I don't know what I would have done without the SOURCE program. I've never experienced a program like this in my life. And I came to a whole nother city without knowing anybody. And my family is 3 hours away. But I felt like if I had a fighting chance of staying clean, then I needed to go somewhere else. You know, you gotta change people, places, and things. But I don't know what I would have done without them. They're like my family. You know, I remember one day Billy called me and he knew because I was going through something. I had texted Elka that night and she immediately got in touch with Billy. And the first thing he said when I answered the phone was, "Just breathe, Shelly." There's been times I felt like my world was falling apart, but these people held me together. And I love them like they are my family. I have never experienced this type of commitment and dedication, love and support from a program in my life. This isn't just a job for these people. They are dedicated to us. They're there for us no matter what. Any time of day you can call these people. And I love each and every one of you, and I respect each and every one of you, and I thank God for each and every one of you. Because I don't know where I'd be without y'all in this program. And I want y'all to know that I love y'all very much.
Yeah, no, I don't need a microphone. So from a very young age, I always like to be the star of the show, so I figure I'd come stand up at the podium. I got this spiritual, I call him a spiritual gangster, he's a Christian hip-hopper, and one of his lines, one of his songs is by failing to prepare, you're only preparing to fail. So I came prepared to shed a couple tears up here. I started off at a real young age. I've been drinking, drugging, and abusing people, places, and things since I was 7 years old. I'm a product of neglect, sexual molestation, amongst other things. I also was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. So I had a very black and white way of thinking. I've been struggling with this thing for a long time. I got a couple poems I'm gonna read, but I want to start off with just kind of, I guess, like, what's the word? Show myself, certified. That's not the word I was looking for, but I'll use it. I wrote this poem about 4 years ago. For the last 4 years, let me start there actually. For the last 4 years, I wanted nothing more than to get my life together and get right. I got 2 little girls that deserve a father in their life, and I never been able to be present because when I put that first drug or drink in me, I removed the power of my choice. And I was in Las Vegas in a rehab, and I really thought I had it down this time. And I wrote this poem, and then I'll talk a little more, and then I'll read another one. But it's Letters to My Addiction. It says, "To my disease, you've had me on my knees for way too many years, and I'm begging you pretty please, just let me go before you leave me deceased. In the beginning, I remember you being fun, but after 25 long years, man, honestly, I'm just done. You helped me spend up all my money. You got me kicked up out the tree. You made me feel high and self-righteous and even said it wasn't me. It was everybody else. but I didn't really need them. All I needed was myself. Well, that left a lonely world, yes, and it made it a lonely place. You made me void and empty, with plenty of room for self-hate. It started with self-hate, and then I felt like I had earned it. The world so dark and lonely, but only because I deserved it. Well, now I gotta say goodbye. To my host with the most, I am your past and I'm a ghost. You've been working hard on yourself, so sit down, let's take a toast. I don't mean to brag, nah, I don't need to boast, but I wouldn't be half of who I am without you, and I thought that you should know. I've been there during dark times, and I was always there when you were lonely. Haven't I been supportive? Don't you know I am your homie? I will never leave, and there's no way that you can make me. Our souls are intertwined, and I dare you to separate me. I bet you couldn't handle life. Matter of fact, you would fall. All the way to the bottom, down the stairs, just like a ball. And like a baby you would bawl, until the tears soaked up your shirt. You'll come calling after me, begging to heal the hurt. So I'll be here waiting. Even though you say goodbye, that's right, I'll be here waiting. You see, I'm the author of your lies. So I know when you were lying. I'll even help you reinforce it. Self-doubt makes you weak, and then you'll serve my greater purpose. Remember all the times you filed a place and just started crying? Didn't I make it better? You're nothing but a coward now, saying goodbye to me in a letter. So I'll be here waiting patiently, quietly, and in due time I know you'll ask for me to make it better. So until then, I'll feed into your lie, and I'll agree to this goodbye. Well, I don't want to be rash. It's not really like me to be hard. But the one thing you're forgetting is I made you who you are. You see, a parasite without a toast is like a rapper with no bars. You're useless and you're mad, so I'm gonna leave you where you are. I'm gonna lock you up in chains and I'm gonna leave you in the dust. In my past you'll stay, and I know that is a must. I gave you everything, plus my heart and all my trust. But what did I get in return? You see, you gave me absolutely nothing. You stole, never asked, you begged and raped. You had me thinking you were something. You fooled me once, cause you were slick. You fooled me twice and I fell for your trick. You fooled me 3 times. Oh wait, damn, I'm sick. I don't want you anymore. This time it's the real me. I have no more time left in life to be so silly. I'm finally comfy in my own skin. Why'd I ever give you praise when it should have been for him? Because he did it all. You see, it was he who chose to suffer. The veil has now been lifted and I see my favorite lover. And I know there is no other, because I see you for who you are now. And when I call out Jesus' name, you've got to throw that towel down. You see, you are not my redeemer. All you've done is destroy me. I work for my Father in heaven now. I talk to Jesus, he employs me. Now, I got out of that rehab in Las Vegas, and I thought I was going to move back in with my baby moms and my baby, and everything was going to be okay, but she wasn't ready for that. You see, sometimes in our addiction, we cause other people pain, we cause ourselves pain too, and just like we need time to heal, they need time to heal. Well, I couldn't be cool with that. Moved back from Las Vegas, thought I was moving in with her. She pumped the brakes on that real quick, and I went right back out there. Well, after about a 3.5-year run on methamphetamines, which is something I said I would never do, I had been up for about 7 days, and I wrote another poem. And this was a goodbye poem, because I wanted my girls to know that I at least cared about them. I said, I open up, and you run away. I love you more, but you couldn't stay. Most never thought that they would see the day. Well, I've seen it once, and maybe more. This weather tree has endured the storm, but lightning strikes and branches blaze, although he tried to change his ways. What once was bright slowly fades away. The roots ran deep and the trunk was strong, but with all its branches on the lawn, the mighty tree can no longer stand. You see, that mighty tree was just a man. But seeds were planted, so there is still hope. Though the wood rots from this mighty oak, 2 spring up and from the ash they rise. I just hope they both know that Daddy tried. I had a gun on the way. I was never scared of death. Dying wasn't a problem. My problem was living. I found a new way to live now through working a program. I dug a hole my whole life, and it only took 12 steps to get out of it. I went to 4 different rehabs on my own account, and always knew that I needed to try to get into a sober living house in order to make this thing work. I had to get away from Jacksonville. We take us wherever we go, but I just knew that the temptation was too strong. I had to get out somewhere. I needed to get into a sober living network. I needed to connect with people that had the same goals in mind as me. Iron sharpens iron. And for some reason or another, the door was always shut on me. There was one place that had a bed. By the time I got to rehab, they got rid of the bed. I was right back out there on the streets. I got out of another rehab, made it into a halfway house. You know, I like to talk a lot, and the guy that runs it said that, hey man, what brings you to the Hope House? And I thought he wanted to hear my testimony. So I started at age 7 and started telling him my life story. Evidently, I said too many things. I kind of scared him away. He didn't want to. My sponsor now told me I should have said, you know, I'm here to change my life. And I probably would have made it to the Hope House. But, so yeah, I wrote this poem. I'd been up for about 7 or 8 days. I had a gun on the way. Well, the police showed up out of nowhere. My grandma hadn't heard from me in a while, hadn't seen me posting nothing on Facebook, which I try not to do very much anyway. And she had reason for concern. Well, I didn't think my family even knew where I lived at. But the police showed up, and they were asking me questions, doing a wellness check. And I was like, well, you know, can I ask y'all, why are y'all here? Like, I didn't call you. What are you doing here? No, you can't come in the house. Leave. And he was like, well, do you know Juanita Patriot? And I said, damn. You know, I grew up, my grandma was a saint. She bent over backwards for people and always helped them. That's something I've always tried to do, even my addiction, but I always had strings attached to it. So that happened, and the next thing, my sponsor from Jacksonville showed up at the house, and he sat with me that night. And then he brought me to Wilmington to get treatment the next day and saved my life and made me feel like he saw some worth in me, and I had to start seeing some worth in myself. I went through this great program here in Wilmington and was introduced to Mr. Billy McGowan. I remember sitting in the interview office, and you know, he was on the verge of telling me that they weren't going to be able to help me because I wasn't incarcerated. And you know, I've always been real good at working, had great work ethic, and you know, it paid off more ways than one. I was such a good worker that even in my addiction, my boss man would come bond me out of jail because he needed me at work. So I should have been in jail, but I was out on bond. And I guess that was just a loophole I needed. I was able to get in the Coastal Horizons program and go through SOURCE. You know, and SOURCE made it possible for me to get into a sober living house after rehab. So this is nothing short of a miracle. This is God at work, and you know, there ain't no going back. I've got one of my babies back in my life today. I've got people back in my life today. My relatives couldn't make it, you know, blood relations, but I do see some family in here, and for that I'm really grateful. You know, my dad texted me this morning out of the blue and said, son, I just want you to know I'm proud of you and I love you and keep moving forward. And you know, I brought these tissues up because I thought I was going to cry when I shared some things, but I made it through. I guess I'm stronger than I thought. I know we all are. So yeah, I'll end it with that. Thanks for letting me share.
Anyone else? Sure. Come on.
Oh, you going first?
He's not going to.
I like showing off too, all right? But I would like to thank Anna. I met her in 2017 as my task officer. And we were talking, and she told me she used to be a probation officer. Actually, Anna saved me from getting a stack of tickets one time. Like this thick. I ran every red light from Market Street to the hospital. And they, seriously, and I had a cop behind me. Meth wasn't around in Wilmington. I came from the mountains down here. And I tried some, it just happened to come through one week. And I was doing really good, right? And I jumped out of the house and had blood all over me. Thought the government was trying to kill me, but they called Anna. I thought she was my PO. If they had actually called my PO, I'd have been locked up. But she's like, no, that doesn't sound like Travis, right? And so I wake up. Actually, they put me out. They leave me. I was like, I thought they were trying to harvest my organs. I've been watching a lot about the Falun Gong and all that. You know, I was like, you guys are harvesting organs, you know. But anyway, I wake up the next morning and the doctor's like, who are you? Right? And I was like, you know, why? My dad shot my mom when I was 15, killed her, and no one special, you know. But anyway, he put her in my life. Right? She's my doctor and her. Actually, they both said it didn't sound like me. And then I eventually got off. It was a trafficking charge. I got kicked out of a recovery house for tapping someone on the forehead in 2012, and got a huge trafficking charge. And I've been lucky. It's really crazy. It was a blessing that didn't turn into that's me still being in prison. Fast forward, I bounced around Wilmington since 2012 until meth hit. When it really hit, that's when I really crashed. I lived in this neighborhood actually. This is actually a little bit too far away from Coastal, so I never really got past like 16th Street. I stayed from 16th Street to edge of Longleaf Park down to maybe Greenfield Lakes. And that's the area I got clean in actually. I kept trying to call Hoop House too. I couldn't. I would call them and I was like, oh, I'll go to Wilmington Treatment Center and I'll do, because I knew about the recovery process being in A, but I couldn't get into a recovery house. I'm not sure if it's because of the forehead tapping thing back in 2012 or because of my meth. I'm not sure why, okay? But they would not let me into a recovery house. I called Jeff like 4 times, stayed in jail for 35 days, I think, when Ebony, she's not here. She kept telling my sister that she was going to get me into a program like this, right? So my sister ordered me a bunch of clothes. I'd never been homeless before, right? And when I had like a whole big bag of stuff, walked up. This guy's like, hey, you can hide it down that tent, right? Well, came back, didn't have any clothes, right? Yeah, but the wild thing is I compare, I don't know if you guys have ever read Call of the Wild, but like where Buck was taken care of by the judge, and then he was captured for the Yukon Gold Rush. He was beaten, right? And then when he went out into the wilderness, right, he saw the primitive man, hairy man, jumping through the trees, right? And started running with the wolves. And that was the thing, you get the Call of the Wild, right? And I went from being the buck that was chewed up by the wolves to being a member of the pack, right? And I slept all around Coastal. I mean, I used to sleep at the end facing the pond when it rained. I sat there and seen the trees make demonic looking shapes. I mean, I've sat there for hours, days. I thank God for Coastal because that was my safe place, I mean, I could at least go there and hope that was on video cameras. Roger, he's not only there, but he'd wake me up, him or David. They'd come through like 5:30 in the morning. You're not supposed to sleep there, but I did, and I got arrested. I mean, I lived a rough life. I took a shower once a week at First Fruit. Sometimes I slept behind this was my great home. I slept behind the bakery. It used to be a bakery, now it's a head shop. There was an outlet back there that I could plug in and turn a hairdryer on. And I get a decent amount of money. It's not like I'm broke, right? I just couldn't figure out how to get off the street. The rents have skyrocketed around here, and I couldn't get in a recovery house. It's like, what do you do? And the thing was, it's like I had to do with what I had. I would eat. I wore the clothes that were on my back, and I now smoke Camel cigarettes, but there's a song of Bon Jovi where you can tell the day by the bottle that you drink. And I never smoked a pack of cigarettes that cost more than $4 when I was youth. So I didn't want to spend that money. That was for getting high. And my sister, I talked to her since she's a school teacher. And she's like, so, we actually have a relationship now. She's always been like my mom. She's 18 months older than me. But since my dad shot my mom, she was always the older one. Yeah. But anyway, I asked her, I was like, because I would ask her for $20. She'd cash at me $20. And she'd never cash at me $20. She always sent me like 30 or 40, right? And I asked her, I was like, why did you send me that? She goes, because she knew that if she sent me 20, that I wouldn't eat. If she sent me 40s, then there was a good hope, maybe I'd eat. But I put her through hell. I'd call her up at 3 o'clock in the morning, give me some damn money. If she didn't do it, then I'd call back, and she would eventually give me money, because I would threaten her I was gonna come kill her, you know. She lives up in Franklin, up in the mountains, but I mean, I guess she thought maybe I might, or felt sorry for me one or the other. I'm not sure. But anyway, luckily, I think the cop, his name was Bo Early. I was at the end of where Wellington and whatever the road is that turns in the coast. I was there there was luckily someone had stolen a bunch of scrap metal. It wasn't me, but I was helping cut out some scrap metal out of a fiberglass ladder. There was maybe a pound in it. I looked at one of them, you know, but it was a good idea at the time. And this cop comes and searches me. I had a warrant out for me, but reverse back last October and November. I turned 50 this year. Last October and November, I got admitted into the hospital at least 6 times, maybe even more. And the cops would just pick me up and drop me off. I was too crazy to go to jail. I had a failure to appear out on me, okay? And they would take me to the hospital and drop me off. So I thought the warrant had been dismissed against me, right? I knew I had a failure to appear, but I thought it had been dismissed. So when he walks up, I knew I had ice in my pocket, right? Thank God it wasn't much, but I had 1/10 of a gram. That's what I got in this program. And they ran my name and it said, yes, failure to appear for, it was benzos. It was Xanax. And so he searched me, found a little 1/10 of a gram, right? And he was actually a really nice guy. I don't know, he was a Marine that served in Iraq and stuff. We talked all the way there. I was in the Army, got kicked out for drinking, but quit drinking when I was 21. So that wasn't the problem. It was the drugs once I got hurt. But fast forward on, I thought this was my sister. I called her up and I was like, you know, my bond was only $1,800. I said, can you please get me out? She'd talk to Ebony again. This time there was more funding or God, it was the right time, okay? I met Kendrick and Elka, right? And I didn't know Anna was part of it, right? And Mom, right? I saw her, okay, because I knew it would work out, you know. But I checked the guardrails, you know. I bounced off of I relapsed 2 times during this, and I remember leaving the Hope House and walking around in the woods, right? And I did not know that you could go to Pine Valley by going down Carolina Beach Road, right? But you can cut right through the neighborhoods and actually get back through there. And my POs are looking. Chief Gore was my probation officer, actually, and I guess I know a lot of people that are, she's hunting for me, okay? She was hunting for me, so they're looking for a guy with a walker, right? And I was hearing so many voices by then. Cause I know it had been 3 months since I'd done anything, and I left my walker, and well, it's a crazy story, but I took a shopping cart from there. So they're thinking they're looking for a guy with a walker, right? I pushed that sucker all the way from Pine Valley to Walmart, right? Over on off of Market Street. They were actually I took a break at where the Phoenix group is, right? I fell asleep there. The EMTs woke me up. Okay? This is all on, I just left reset. Right? The EMTs woke me up because they thought I'd OD'd on fentanyl. Right? I did OD on fentanyl also 3 days after I got out. Told everybody it was because I took too much Subutex. But they brought me back. Right? So I tested the boundaries of the program. Right? I got to, I was right behind Murphy's, right? And I don't have any poem, but I got stories, right? I was right behind Murphy's, right? And what was his name? Got it when Morrissey wasn't here. Cochran, P.O. Cochran, right? He's a nice guy, but he was out trying to catch me. Luckily, somebody had gotten called, right? So I saw a guy that was homeless. He's like, man, you've been doing so good. Just call Wilmington Treatment Center. They'll come pick you up. They come scoop me up. I called Anna, got back in, relapsed one more time, This time I didn't go into Women's Treatment Center. I had a few more tools in my toolbox. I realized I screwed up. Came back in on a Monday, talked to Kendrick, and I think, but I know I talked to Kendrick, because he got me on the launch pad, man. Right? And before I would call myself clean if I didn't fail the drug test. Right? This time, I just picked up 90 days 3 days ago. This is it. Including 6 months in prison. This is the longest I've been clean since February the 13th, 2003. That's the day I got hurt. Right? That's no bullshit. 93 days. I've not done anything that wasn't prescribed to me or from dosing. But other than that, yeah, I can't say this has been an awesome program. Thank you.
Part of growth, or my growth, is facing my fears. And as a kid, I was always scared to get up and talk in front of people. And I am now, but I'm proud to be where I am today. So I spent 32 years as a hardcore drug addict. And today I stand in front of you clean and a changed man. You know, I like to think that you're only as good as the people beside you. And thankfully, I have some good people beside me. And I'm grateful today for all I do have. I met someone 4.5 years ago that she just changed my life. And I wouldn't be the man I am today if it wasn't for her. So, you know, everything I do is for a bigger purpose. It's for myself, but it's not just for myself. 5 months ago, I almost wasn't going to be standing here today. And I saw a group of people embrace and surround me in a way I had never had before. And I just want to let them know that I am very grateful for them being there for me and helping me. Because without them, I wouldn't be here today either. So I almost didn't even come today, to be honest with you. But it wouldn't have been right if I didn't come and let these people know how important they are to me and where I am today in my life. And I just want to tell them all thank you. And I really appreciate it. Thank y'all.
You stand or go? Whatever you want to do.
I don't know, I get nervous when I do this because it's all eyes on me. But I really I moved 6 hours from home when I left prison. I don't know, something was different this time. I always said I was gonna get clean. I'm a 20-year drug addict and I'm coming up on a year clean.
actually got me an interview with Billy, and I really wanted not only to get clean, but to get mental health help. That was my big thing. I knew I needed it. And he's like, yeah, we can help you with all that. I was like, oh my gosh, I started crying on the phone. I was like, and I called my mom, and she's like, of course she still had her doubts, because I said it so many times. And she's just like, I'm grateful that, today I get to be a part of my son's life, my niece, my mom and my parents are talking to me, my stepdad. It's taken time, but I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for all the people that I've had an opportunity to meet. And, the people like Billy dealing with my breakdowns, because when I have a meltdown, I don't just melt down a little bit, I go all to pieces. And I'm glad that they're like, just breathe, it's okay, we'll get it worked out, just calm down. So I am. If it wasn't for this program, I wouldn't be where I am today. Even fought tooth and nail to help me get into MRT. I was like at the 30-day mark, I still got in it and got my last 2 steps completed. And I didn't have to, but it did help out going to court. So I do appreciate everything that y'all have done, and thank you.
Anyone else?
Yeah, I'll speak. I don't like speaking in front of people either, but, so I went to prison for the first time. It was only 27 days, but that was long enough, I knew how to do something different. A probation officer brought me to Link, and after the second day, I didn't think I was gonna make it, but here I am. I got out of Link and I didn't know what I was gonna do, and luckily, you guys helped me, you got me in the launch pad, and you guys give me rides, and you helped me get my medicine, and if I'm going through stuff, like Katie, I love you. I love all of y'all, but I'm just grateful to be here.
I just want to say that I'm very, very grateful for this program, because if it wasn't for this program, I know I wouldn't be here today. It's truly saved my life.
Jim, give me a second. Okay.
Okay.
It's all right, man. Anyone else from the crowd, the audience? I think, Candace, did you have an announcement about the leaves that you wanted to make before we break for lunch?
We wanted to have a gratitude tree for this ceremony, but also just to display in our building. So Jen and I cut out some leaves and put them all over the table with some pins. So if at some point, before you get through, after you get through, like you think of something that you've been grateful for today, please feel free to write on that leaf and add it to our tree. And I challenge everybody. I'm a real big gratitude person. I believe in gratitude. I believe it changes your brain. It changes your outlook on life. So we get a lot when we do these kind of activities. As a therapist, what I see is people put family, friends, and life, right? I'm grateful for family, friends, and life. That's great. We're all grateful for those things. But I challenge you to think about the small things that you're thankful for, right? Think about the things that happen today. Think about the things about your friends and family and about your life that you're grateful for. Write down those little things because they add up. Little things add up over time. So everybody's got a leaf. If you can't find a leaf, let me know. I'll get you one. But feel free. There's tape over by the tree. So there's sure someone at least want me to add it to our tree. We'll put it out in our lobby and encourage other people to add it to it.
And y'all, please, if you want to take pictures up in front of the coastal sign with the tree. That tree, actually, Jen and Candace developed, so that's going to be a part of the gratitude tree as well, with the lights on it. So, yeah. All right. Anyone else before we? So we do have a Thanksgiving lunch for everyone, and we would ask everyone to let the graduates go ahead and grab their plates and their friends first. If you guys see those side doors right over there, Travis?
Yes.
Right here to your right.
Sure.
Over there. Use that one. You'll go around and grab your food and come on in. But one more time, I want everyone to give the graduates a standing applause. Now you go have lunch. Guys, we're getting, yeah, y'all got it. Oh, y'all can sit.